With that being said, basically my recommended study techniques are listed here below. When you've taken the Series 34 exam, you are most likely going to have taken the Series 3 exam prior to taking this. And so you're already going to know how the FINRA exams work, how to study for the exams, and how to pass the exams. And if you pass the Series 3, then you should know that the Series 34 is going to be much easier, but you're still going to use the same techniques you used to pass the Series 3 exam to pass the Series 34 exam. And that's generally going to require reading a study guide, making note cards, drilling exam questions, and cycling through these three basic ways to study. Now, not everyone studies the exact same way, and so it will all depend on your background, how you study best. I always study best with note cards, and have found that by making note cards I can kind of ingrain the concepts into my mind, and then by constantly going over those note cards I can have them kind of the answers on the top of my head. Also, exam prep questions are very important, as always with any of these exams. I recommend taking some practice exams in order to just figure out your own pacing through the exam, and also so you are aware of what are the likely questions going to be, and the likely relative weighting of the topics on the exam. On the website series34exam.com, we have a number of practice questions, and feel free to use those to help you study. On the night before the exam, I always recommend you do kind of an outline review of the major concepts again. And then right before you take the exam on the morning of, maybe go through your note cards a couple of times. Again, I've outlined the way that I studied and the way I would recommend studying on that blog post, so please feel free to read that as well. Now, there are a few questions that seem to come up again and again. First of all, what happens if you don't pass the exam? First of all, it's not the end of the world. Many people don't pass these FINRA-sponsored exams. They can be a little tricky, so it's always best to kind of understand that it is a possibility that you won't necessarily pass on the first time. If you don't pass on the first time, you are permitted to take it again, but you have to wait 30 days before taking the exam again. And when you do take the exam again, you'll go through the same process of signing up through the Form U10 process, and then through Pearson and Prometric, and of course you'll have to pay the $70 fee again. What if you've been an associated person with a Series 3 exam license since before the Farm Bill was passed? Do you still have to register, and do you still have to take the Series 34 exam? This is a question that we don't know the answer to quite yet. The NFA has said that they would like to grandfather previous Series 3 exam registered associated persons, but the CFTC is ultimately going to have their say on this issue, and we'll know more once those forex regulations or proposed forex regulations are released. Do you need a sponsor to sign up for the Series 3 exam or the Series 34 exam? As we said before, no, there's no sponsor requirement. You can sign up yourself through the Form U10 process, and then go through the Pearson and Prometric websites. Also, if you'd like, please feel free to contact us, and we can sign you up for the Series 34 exam. And you can take it that way. When do you need to take the exam by? This is a good question. We don't know yet. Until those proposed forex regulations come out, we won't know exactly when registration will need to happen by, and we won't know when the Series 34 exam will be required. So it's right now it's kind of a wait and see process, but there are many people who are out there taking the Series 34 right now because of the fact that registration is going to be likely, and they'd like to just go through the process right now. So that pretty much sums up the presentation. Of course, we've got our standard disclaimer here, just noting that this presentation does not establish any sort of attorney-client relationship between myself and the user. For more information on the Series 34 exam, please visit the website series34exam.com, where we have a free study guide for you, as well as plenty of information on how to go about studying for the exam and how to pass the exam. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please feel free to email me at bartmallon@gmail.com. And of course, we've got a number of other helpful websites which discuss forex registration, hedge fund formation, forex hedge funds, and a variety of other topics related to the investment management industry. Please feel free to visit us at those websites as well. Thank you for listening, and good luck on taking and passing the Series 34 exam.